Hello, Peter. Good morning.
Good morning. I hope it works. I think it's really something which is amazing to see the technology. Welcome everybody, guys. Welcome to
Welcome.
Great to have you here. With Enrique, we were just discovering the mirroring camera for just like 5 minutes, and we were tracing left hair, right hair, left hand, trying to figure out if we are the real humans. So
Yeah, but
welcome.
it's funny that episode 10, season 2 already. And I think season 1 is around 10 or 11 episodes. And we realize it now that after 2020 something episode, we say, okay, are we like really seeing what we are seeing for real or not? Or is it like mirroring?
Correct. That is good. Good. So this is the great. That will be a great session today, guys. One of the things, just don't forget. You can take a look at all of our videos on the YouTube. This is on our channel. So thank you very much for watching. This is great to hear, to see all of you watching on all of the YouTube on the different platforms. So this is great. One of the famous one is a LinkedIn. So also thank you very much, guys, on the LinkedIn who just following us. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate. Just jump in and tell us what you want to hear from us. So that's will be great to have you. Um, so are we starting today? What,
We're
what will be
starting, yeah.
what will be the topic really? What will just we will find the money. That's what.
We'll find the money. We'll find the money. No, we're getting closer there, Peter. And this we are going back to the to the weekly pace of the interviews. We have another talk here to release after our episode today with Pedro Perez, is a BIM manager from Spain, and have an exchange very interesting also this week about his methodology, how he's trying to implement BIM, because he's coming from a bigger engineering company where he learned a lot of BIM procedures and development in high level, and now he's in charge of implement that to a lower size studio or firm. So he's seen those changes and how his perspective to apply the methodology with less resources, but with available ones. So I'm going to take a look to some clips or some interesting, and we will discuss, but we will be mostly today about industrialization and how the process of BIM get implemented
Good.
to the company itself. So
Fantastic.
first of all, let me just quickly introduce our guest. His name is Pedro Perez. I present here quickly the slides I made for him for the interview. Engineer for buildings, and he's now holding the position of BIM manager in Basel Engineering, which is mainly focused on logistic, big um, and industrial halls for storage of materials. That's what they mainly produce on the company. And he was learning BIM since he was in university by himself with some group of development and investigation, and that's how slowly he become to reach the current position he has. We will see in one of the videos, but it was a funny thought that I was asking him, okay, how do you see the difference between the methodology using BIM or not using BIM? And he told me, honestly, Enrique, I've been working my whole life professionally with BIM, so I cannot tell you how is to done BIM with us. So it's not like he said, no, it's better. It's not, he doesn't even think about it, how it can be done. He's
This is
working
very
from
good
BIM.
sign, Enrique. This
Yeah,
is the very good sign of the really the transformation which is going in right now. So
exactly,
I
exactly.
really like it. It's like, if you will give to some of the young people the phone with the what you need to turn the dial on the left and right, etc., that the people will not know how to use them. Right? So
Exactly,
it's
exactly.
very good. No, that's a good one. That's a good
Good.
problem. Thank you very much for catching such a great people into our in our.
Thanks to them. Thanks to them.
Uh,
Good. Let's jump to the first topic then. I want to talk a bit about industrialization, and this is a small tip because our next interview is coming. I want to keep talking about this and industrialization with big models. So Pedro told me that he was involved in a project where they could industrialize and automatize all the BIM models to produce projects in a very high speed. Let's take a look on an ear to what he says about this specific topic, and then we comment right after. But be reminded, it will be something that we will develop on the further interviews as well. So, video
let's
one,
go.
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 Sí, sí, es buen tema ese, porque claro, a la hora de industrializar un proceso de generación de un modelo BIM, es importante que todos los modelos BIM se parezcan entre sí. Entonces,
Exacto, exacto.
por eso es una buena pregunta, porque claro, nosotros o yo ahí me dedicaba más a proyectos de tipología residencial. Entonces, ahí sí que es más fácil estandarizar y
Duplicar
hacer,
eso, sí, sí, sí.
Claro, hacer un protocolo y poco a poco ir definiendo bien esos protocolos y esas plantillas de Revit para llegar, ponerte a modelar, tener todos los sistemas, todas las familias que vas a usar. Si son del mismo fabricante, pues ya ni te cuento porque puedes reaprovechar.
Y también, ¿no?
Y claro, la clave principalmente es esa, que tengan...
Sí, si ya tienes los fabricantes definidos, es mucho más fácil. Entonces, la clave está en que sea solo para un tipo de uso los proyectos que estás llevando a cabo. Claro,
Exacto.
por ejemplo, si a nosotros nos cambian de residencial a logística, pues ahí ya sí que emplearíamos mucho más tiempo en generar las plantillas, familias, saber cómo comunicarnos entre el equipo. Entonces ahí ya cambiaría la cosa.
Y tuviste ahí que BIM, en este caso, aunque bueno, tu rol no era como BIM manager o gerente de seguridad de la empresa, pero tuviste como BIM aumentaba la eficacia, la productividad y la comunicación de todo el equipo. ¿Lo notaste como
Sí.
ese tipo de proceso y trabajo era como, ostras, tío, vamos trabajando a un ritmo que esto no sería posible si no usásemos BIM?
Claro. Pues el problema que yo tengo es que como entré solo usando BIM, no usaba yo otros procesos.
No tienes esa comparación,
No sé, claro, no puedo hacer la comparación, pero es que había algunos procesos sobre todo por ejemplo, para evacuación, para diseñar las instalaciones de un parking, sobre todo, que tienes una altura libre que cumplir. Coordinar todas las instalaciones que va a llevar ese garaje sin pasarte, sobre todo con el saneamiento. No sé cómo se hacía antes de BIM, pero yo sí que lo veo imprescindible.
Wow. No, okay. Very interesting. So I like that he never touched anything else except BIM. So that's very nice.
That's very cool. That's very cool. Yeah, he's from newer generation, so he built himself on the university time with BIM, and he really started to work on that kind of methodology or scope of atmospheres of work, right? So he honestly said, you know what? I cannot tell you the difference, but I really cannot see it happening without this because there's so many restrictions. He was picturing the examples of when you make parking lots or some storage room or something for insulation or whatever, that you need to have many restrictions moving forward. And this is without BIM is impossible because to manage all that coordination on the side makes it very hard.
No, but I also just there on the first part interview, I think he said also about the standards, right? About the standard models, which really help. And then he asked the question about the productivity. So that's what we are coming with some of the other interviews and some of the people. I think the standardization and modeling, which allow us to go faster. I think that's the money what we can just get out of it.
Yeah, they say like you're making the blocks like prefabrication, but in modeling. No? You're prefabricating all those models with generic standard. He mentioned that if you know the manufacturers, that will ease completely the work because you already know what are the key points on the designs or the properties, so you can really produce their models way easier. And if you can reuse them somehow with a level of personalization, but not so much, that will completely ease the works. And this is something, as I said, we will develop on further interviews. But it's interesting to think about this industrialization in the design process with it.
Fantastic.
Good. Now, a small different change topic because this is something that he shared with me on his project, very interesting, that he was running some simulations with BIM, and we talk about this a lot of time. Like with BIM, you can simulate some scenarios about tests and so on, and this is something we never saw, and I think it's going to be very interesting. So let's take a look for a BIM simulation on scenarios for a better design, and then we comment right after.
Let's go.
El objetivo último es detectar los flujos, cómo funcionarán los flujos de ocupantes o cómo se moverán los ocupantes en un edificio. Bien, puede ser para la evacuación o para la entrada de ocupantes. Sí. Las personitas, cómo se acumulan en determinadas entradas y puedes, aquí ya puedes empezar a tomar decisiones, por ejemplo, con las puertas estas de validación de personas, o sea, de identificación, si puedes aumentar el número.
¿no?
Eso es, si tienes que aumentar el número, si puedes subirlo. Y para la toma de decisiones, la verdad que es muy importante. Y sobre todo para también que si configurar los pasillos, las anchuras de puertas.
I think just small comments. That was before COVID, I think.
The simulation without COVID.
That was really before COVID. So, but anyway,
No,
tell me. I don't think so. It looks like that, to be honest. But
tell me, it's not cool to run those simulation from BIM models and to see all the flows.
Very nice. It's very nice. I like it very much, and it also just not only the. One of the things which is really crucial for the simulation, of course, in terms of he mentioned the doors, he mentioned the path, etc. This kind of things is also important for the sizes, just the sizing the toilets, first of all, for just like very simple. But not only that, but also the planning, the maintenance on the toilet, the cleaning on the toilets or cleaning on the common places, etc. This is fantastic, which you can use not only the design phase, but also during running all of the maintenance part, during the construction part. So I like it very much. Makes a lot of sense. The graphics with the people is just for fun, right? So it's,
yeah, of course, it's just to show. But it's funny. I highlight that. Of course, this is not. You don't do this. I think he was doing that with a Pathfinder or another kind of software for simulation. But the BIM models are the one that you export to that, and then you run the simulation. So if you see, okay, this hall is very small, it's very tight, you can enlarge it, make it bigger, or the door, put an extra door. On your BIM model, you export it and you run the simulation again. So how you link the design with the simulation software, and you can quickly make those changes on a very more visual way, right? And this is very interesting for the design, sort of to see how the building will behave, no? Let's say.
You said this is the Pathfinder. That's the same with the tool which he mentioned, right?
I said Pathfinder, but I'm not sure.
We will just put in the comments later. No worries.
But on the interview he mentioned it. So after 10:30 we'll release. You can listen to it. Yeah. something like that. I remember. So we're gonna change now to a different topic, which is the main one of this interview, and for me the most interesting one. And it's about managing the incidents or the issues when you're coordinating a model. And Pedro said generally that there is many tools to do that with BIM, but the sense of doing this is a very important methodology or procedures that you need to implement regardless you have those license or those tool or platform. So let's take a look first what he says, because he links very well with some bad habits that everyone has at work, and then we comment right after.
Muy necesario, porque ahora de lo que me estoy dando cuenta es de la cantidad de gente que gestiona las incidencias usando el buscador del email, ¿vale? Entonces, después de haber estado en un proyecto con unos procesos BIM bastante avanzados y desarrollados, ahora estoy en unos flujos de trabajo un poco tradicionales, que a lo mejor funcionan, pero lo que estoy viendo yo es que tirando por lo alto a lo mejor, y mi cifra de mierda de llevar poco tiempo es un 75% de los problemas que estoy viendo se resolverían teniendo un gestor de incidencias donde estuvieran todos los problemas registrados y habiendo conseguido una trazabilidad. Entonces, las plataformas que hay ahora en cuanto a BIM, es verdad que no son necesarias en todos los proyectos, pero probarlas no quitaría rendimiento a lo que ya hay.
O al menos usar su esencia, ¿no? De esto de la idea de gestionar la incidencia en una plataforma, como veremos más adelante
Claro.
en tu caso, pero usar la esencia de decir, oye, hace
Sí.
falta esta coordinación, es necesario. Porque si no, al final esto se
Sí, sí,
convierte
sí.
un poco, como dice, buscar una conversación en WhatsApp o un email, algo como dice, bueno,
Sí, sí, sí.
Ujú.
Sí,
A
y es que
veces.
además he visto también lo que tú dices de buscar conversaciones en WhatsApp también por decisiones que se han tomado en obra y para ver dónde está la cagada. Entonces, todo que pase por un gestor de incidencias más o menos complejo.
Interesting.
It's only like an introduction of the topic, because the concept behind this incident manager or issues manager is just to keep a track coordinated with this, do the follow-ups, who record these incidents, all the different screenshots or the information, but that needs to be managed in a different platform, but emails or WhatsApps or calls or whatever, no? Like to have a proper track of all this.
Correct.
He sees that the need is there, so we need to, at least, if maybe we don't use the platform because they're expensive or you don't have the manpower or the economical power, but the concept and the core of those platforms, the methodology is really needed.
Right. No, but I think the key element for me here is just that it should be dedicated, separate platforms, right? I'm just, again,
Exactly.
I'm working for a long time with the different processes and different companies, and I know that there is no one fits all. So if you will try just to grow BIM into the incident management, into the support cases, I think that's not the path to go. That's at least my view. It should be really the specialized platform to help you to do particular things. And you will have a different platform to manage the building like airport, and you will have that completely different platform to manage the housing part, right? So just with the houses and with the apartments, because the priorities are different, etc., right? I think on this chat we spoke about it, about the incident management on the one of the Charles de Gaulle. No, maybe was not with you. That was different meetings. But on the airport, some of the maintenance platform, you need to fix the doors in, I think, 10-15 minutes or something like this when they're blocked. And you can imagine, right? BIM, of course, can help, but that will not be that tool to help you just to go and send the technicians to open the doors in front of the 300 waiting passengers who are just completely right?
Understand. Yeah. Anyway, so this is the essence behind the incident manager that Pedro saw some more developing project, and he's trying to implement to his own company with a bit of less resources. But he said, you know what, we maybe cannot afford to pay those licenses. And he said maybe they're not necessary at early stages of a project or for a company, but the sense, the methodology that they teach you of record and track properly all the incidents with the data properly follow up is important. So let's take a look at how he managed that, or how he prepared that, and then we comment afterwards.
Very
Ya habiendo probado pues, ciertas herramientas como BIM Collab o el gestor de incidencias de BIM 360, me da cuenta de la importancia que hay de gestionar ciertos problemas que se van dando en el modelo o ciertas decisiones que se toman a través del modelo a través de una plataforma, de un gestor de incidencias. Obviamente, no todo el mundo puede pagar ni quiere pagar una suscripción o unas licencias de BIM Collab o de Autodesk, o de la nube de Autodesk, y lo que hay que hacer es pues, irse a soluciones un poco más creativas. Pueden ser más o menos chapuceras, pero que ayudan bastante a salir del paso, como es, al final, todas las aplicaciones de BIM Collab y otros gestores son formularios que tú introduces datos en una web. Estos formularios ya los puedes hacer a través de Google y gestionar a través de hojas de cálculo de Google, ¿vale? A lo mejor soy bastante enfermo de toda la suite de Google, pero la verdad es que estoy consiguiendo resultados bastante sólidos. Todavía lo estoy estudiando, pero las incidencias perfectamente se pueden meter a través de, por explicarlo de una manera así pragmática, se pueden meter, claro, en Google Forms puedes meter una imagen, diversos campos, como la localización de la incidencia, el ID del elemento dentro de Revit, la disciplina o el modelo donde aplique y una
Captura
unas capturas. Y todo eso lo puedes ir listando a través de... Y el estado también, es importante. Todo eso lo puedes ir listando a través de una hoja de cálculo de Google. Y mediante eso puedes ir filtrando, puedes ir... necesitas un mínimo de picar código a través de AppScript, que es el lenguaje un poco que usa todas las hojas de cálculo o toda la suite de Google, pero es relativamente sencillo y mediante eso la verdad es que ya te queda la incidencia registrada y puedes ir viendo a ver qué me respondió esta persona a cómo resolver esto en este momento. Y buscas es mucho más fácil buscarlo que el email. Que el email es... Claro, el email la gente lo está usando, o lo que yo veo ahora mismo, la gente lo usa absolutamente para todo, como repositorio de información, como gestor de incidencias, aparte de para comunicarse. Y yo creo que solo tiene que ser para comunicarse y advertirse de ciertas cosas. Y claro, ahora habiendo todas las herramientas dentro de la metodología bien que hay, usar el mail para todo puede lastrar muchísimo un proyecto.
We went far away from finding the money, though, but that's okay. A good one.
No, it's also interesting to see how do you manage these projects and incidents with this. Like, how are you with less resources, as we said before, on Pedro's company level or maturity? How taking the methodology to say, okay, let's manage this properly, don't use the email and so on. So you're not happy with it. You're not agree with this at all.
No, because I think that really depends on the priorities, right? And if there is a big savings for the company, if the management of the company will understand that there are the savings to automate it and just to put some proper tools, not the Google Sheets and
Yeah.
I think then can win in a lot of just they have a big productivity coming in, right? So, but of course, this is what we have the discussion with our clients, right? Do I need to hire somebody who costs me 40,000 euros, or do I need to implement Revit for 10,000 euros? 10,000 euros, how much money will give me is the same as at 40,000. This is always the same discussions, right? So I hear Pedro, but that's just I think there is some reflection what we can help them with the management.
But it's not that he's saying that this is the way to go. No, I see that he comes from a more developed methodology standards in terms of BIM and managing incidents and case reports and so on. So he say, look, the essence of this, the core of this methodology is good. It's good. It brings you good benefits, more efficiency and productivity and so on. But on my current situation, we cannot spend and invest that much to that. But I'm going to teach these people the course of this, because you will see that if with these free Google Forms or Sheet and so on, we can get these results. Why not to think about, okay, let's move forward and pay for, because this is the alternative, sorry, this is the ultimate goal, right? I'm not saying like, let's take Google Sheet and Google Forms. Like, let's teach you show you how good is this methodology, is this procedures with the tools available.
I'm happy with that one. This is all of the and everything, but if you make it, you don't want to fly the plane, which is the proof of concept, right? Okay,
no, completely not.
You really need to start thinking about the professional and it's always the same thing. This is the same thing in Poland. This is the same in all of the developing countries. When you always think, do I need to invest in the tools or not? Or the people will make a job, right? So that's a very common thing.
Anyway, so let's jump to the next video. It's also, we are evolving with this, and apart from show the methodology of BIM managing incidents cases with these free or more basic tools, Pedro also create the sort of a user guide or a way to manage all the internal communication on the projects and the procedures to manage the projects. But he said, I'm going to follow the same basis as I did with the case reports and make it web-based, online-based, because it's if people usually, when you make these reports, how procedures, how to do A, B, C, D, you do A, you go to C, blah, blah, you do it in a PDF, people do the PDF from the server, work in the desktop, and you are done. You cannot communicate with them if there is a change or something. No, say, you know what, I'm going to make not a physical virtual file, it's a web-based, so everyone needs to refer to the web-based, that this information will be always up to date, okay? Let's take a look of his brainstorm mind on that, and then we come in right after.
Let's go for it.
Se podía ahí hacer un volcado de la información para diversos recursos, entre ellos todos los recursos que tienen que ver con el BIM. También recursos que tienen que ver con la organización o los flujos de trabajo dentro de una empresa y la verdad es que eso nos está ayudando bastante en vez de por ejemplo, el BIM, decir, está en esta carpeta y tenéis que procurar que sea el que cojáis sea el último actualizado. Pues en vez de eso, lo que haces es ir actualizando la página web, los recursos, lo vas actualizando al momento y ahí avisas si es importante de que está actualizado o simplemente lo vas actualizando y ya la gente cuando a la nueva consulta, claro, a la nueva consulta que hace, pues ya lo tiene actualizado.
Al fin y al cabo esto es como modelo BIM, Pedro, porque si tú tienes un modelo BIM en una web y la gente se va descargando, tú actualizas ese modelo BIM, no tienes que comunicar a todo el mundo, oye, no, ya cuando te descargues ya está llena de nueva información, ¿no? Por supuesto, tienes que ver lo que consultas es, ¿no?
Sí, porque además la gente lo que suele hacer cuando trabaja frente a un servidor es copiarse el archivo y pegárselo en el escritorio o en la carpeta donde esté. Así lo que obligas a la gente es un poco a meterse en la página y consultarlo en la página, que es donde más actualizado va a estar.
Wow.
So this was a bit the idea, no? To make this communication flow starting from the beginning and making the web-based so people cannot really make a local copy and always refer to the latest information. If you want to check it out, it will be always the latest, no? And this is similar with the BIM models. If you're generating BIM models, either you're an architect or manufacturer or whoever, every time you update a new model and you upload to the website or generate automatically or whatever, you will always have the access to the latest information. And that's kind of the same concept. So people can just store it and then keep it as, okay, this is the model, no, this is the version you downloaded last time. We don't do this anymore. Every time you want a new one, you check from the website and you download it again, because that's the only way that I can guarantee to you that you will have the latest information there. So this is how it is. We're coming to the end, but it's about the story from someone who has been working with BIM since the beginning, teaching and learning BIM from the beginning, and how he sees, after seeing the growth and development of BIM on other companies, he's trying to make it locally the impact on his lower size company. So I think the methodology is starting to go to plant those seeds to afterwards do this investment, as you see, to fly, the concept plane, but the real one, right?
No, I think Enrique, Pedro. He just really showed the good stuff for us in terms of the more mature model in terms of not only on BIM, right, but all of the parts. Sharing information, etc. I think that's really cool. The questions which we can ask back and say, what we need to do just to make it more, to streamline some of these processes. Because when I listen to this one, I think the important part, it's critical that they did the POC, so the proof of concept, it works. Mm-hmm. Right now, how to make it industrial, how to industrialize, yes. Right? Mm-hmm. So this is the same thing with BIM, right? Some of the guys are doing the first design, they're putting the data, they start looking at it, and then you just need to go into the next stage, right? Then you need to make it sure that it's publicly available. Then it's just everybody can take it, they can modify it, can do this, can run with the data, can run the simulation. You will not be able to do this in the, between us, we can do the easy BIM in the Excel, right? So just we can do the mention all of the data, everything, right? But when you wish to move to the next stage, you will need to have the platform which supports you, right? That's very, very easy, right?
Exactly.
2,000 people who just like to do that.
But I think if Pedro will be on that position to decide either to invest or not, he will totally go forward because he knows the potential of this. But to show the people, we always talk about this, that you need to have the management understanding and support, not only understand support, just also understanding. So let's show that with this small seed, you can have that as well.
Yeah, these managers, they do never understand this. Unbelievable.
Let's invite general call from managers, come over and tell us, why don't you believe on BIM?
Yeah, do this with the camera so they will not beat us at least. So that's
fantastic. Well, for me, today now is 10:30 on Fridays when weekends start somehow because we are closing the BIM Cafe. So now it's time to go to the beach and relax. No. Still
I'm not close to the beach. You are close to the beach, not me.
Well, everyone, anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for watching there. It's huge to have the support. It's essential for us. Please, YouTube channel, just subscribe, one like, and one hey, hello from Paris, hello from Malaga, hello from anywhere. It will really cheer us up to keep doing this work and bringing more and more people over. Repeat again, we will be present. Subscribe, whatever. We will be present in the...
somehow.
Yeah, we need to put that together somewhere. We'll be present in Madrid and BIM Expo happening in November, 16, 17 of November. They're around IFEMA, so I will already contact some of our guests who went to the BIM Cafe and they will be there. I will say hello in person. We'll likely take a nice photo, a nice video to upload to the social media. So anyone who is also interested in going around and wants to meet in person, drop us a message. I will be there. Then after BIM World Munich, and this will keep moving and moving and moving until we are everywhere in the world, right? So thank you so much.
We are taking some vacation, guys, as well. So just I think mid of December till mid of January, we will just take some posts. No BIM Cafe, maybe will be BIM Christmas or something.
With the estimates of the episode, 52 weeks a year, you cannot make 52 guests a year. I mean, we're having now, this is our 9th guest on 10 episodes. I think it's super good pace for just starting. So we're going to keep trying to follow with this. But of course, we need to take some breaks to recharge our batteries. Otherwise, we're going to drain out. Well,
subscribe, Enrique. Thank you very much. Have a lovely weekend. Thank you all for watching, and we will see each other soon next
Friday again. We come back. Okay, have a good weekend, everyone, and
the pleasure to see you all. Thank you very much.
Ciao.